Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the GoHastings.com Wrestle Center. This is Stevie Breach for the Raw rundown of what you just saw on Monday Night Raw, or in case you missed it. Monday Night Raw was a great show. Kicked off the lead up to SummerSlam. We get to see how this whole thing's going to shimmy and shake out. Right off the bat, you have the three-way for the #1 contendership. You have Randy Orton walk out with that, and immediately the whole build-up from last night's Money in the Bank. Everybody is saying, Randy Orton will face the champion. Randy Orton will face the champion at SummerSlam. Nobody ever really drops the name Sheamus in there, and I caught up on that pretty fast. Most of the whole show is built around that whole factor that The Miz has the Money in the Bank briefcase, which you get to see later. Right after that, Edge and Jericho get into a brawl over who's going to be the leader of Nexus, who's Nexus going to take in and let them lead. Nexus immediately comes out and beats both of them down. Bring that back up later on in the end part of this video. The way the show is booked, you sort of see some matches that are possibly going to be there. They teased the Miz versus R-Truth match after the Miz tried to cash in on Sheamus, knocking him out, and R-Truth breaking up with could have been the first Miz title run. You also have John Morrison versus Ted DiBiase teased after the Divas match. You saw Ted DiBiase get in the ring and a rundown by John Morrison. All of this is broken up by later on at the end of the show. You had Nexus and John Cena have almost a confrontation in the ring. It was sort of just like a mini interview where they tried to have a truce that didn't really work out, and then they bring up the fact they're going to have a 7-on-7 match here at SummerSlam. It's going to be Nexus against Team Cena. Team Cena comes out one by one. This breaks up the matches that I thought that they were booking coming up. You got John Cena followed out by Edge, which doesn't really make sense seeing how Edge wanted to join Nexus and now is joining in the same week that he was asking to join in Team Cena against them. Also brought out was John Morrison, which breaks up the whole John Morrison versus Ted DiBiase feud, which I thought was going to go somewhere. That brought out R-Truth, which now is like, okay, then what's going on with R-Truth and The Miz? It just sort of messes up the mid-card, I believe, of SummerSlam. Maybe they're going to go with longer matches and a less number of matches. Followed out by the Great Khali. The Great Khali. Yeah, that doesn't make much sense to me either. The last time I saw Khali on SmackDown, he said he was going back to India, where he was going to train to become a champion again. Followed up by that, then he's on these Raw commercials on the Monday Night Raw commercial feed Raw, where he was being a comedian. He's been in stupid skits. He's been in horrible matches. I haven't seen any training to become a champion. Last week we saw his manager run him down, saying the manager was tired of sticking up for Khali, and he was being an oof. Well, I don't know how the hell. I guess if you put him with Cena, you're going to give him some credibility to go back up to the top, but nobody's going to forget how horrible this guy is. Followed up by Jericho, followed up the same thing I said about Edge. This doesn't make any sense how he would just jump on Team Cena right after, he was trying to jump into Nexus less than an hour ago. This doesn't make any sense. And then the last member. That's right, Luke Cage. I bet you are wishing you were going to SummerSlam now. Bret Hart. Okay, Bret, you already messed up what was an awesome show of WrestleMania. You're the one blemish, you versus Vince, on the WrestleMania 26 card. I'm sure everybody who has that DVD skips over that match like crazy, hoping that they just dreamt it up like it never happened. Well, now you're going to try to screw up SummerSlam. Well, it is going to be a 7-on-7 tag match. I'm not sure if it's an elimination match or if it's a one falls match, but the way I took it was it's just a 7-on-7 one falls match. So maybe he can just be there and be a presence in the match, but not really, get hands-on that much. So maybe this will be a strength for you. But Bret, when the hell is your last match going to be? You screwed up with Vince, then you got in the ring with The Miz and you won the U.S. title in a horrible match that basically was the same match as you had with Vince, just The Miz was in the ring. I don't know. I mean, is the Hart Dynasty going to come into this 7-on-7 match for you also and run this down? Basically, I'm looking forward to a great SummerSlam. This was a good Raw. I'm not going to let the Bret Hart ending team me up. I'm really anxious to see what the mid-card's going to be. I thought the mid-card was looking good until they brought this 7-on-7 match out. We got SmackDown being taped tomorrow. Going to watch it on Friday. Let's see how that works out. But SummerSlam. Woo! SummerSlam! Yeah, come on.